You probably remember as a child being told not to consume red berries in the forest. Well, I have with me Latifa from Latifa's Herbs to tell you otherwise.
Hello! Here we have some beautiful red berries. This is from Shepherdea canadensis, or soapberry, or buffalo berry. One of the reasons it's called buffalo berry is when you look at the underside, there's many coppery scales. And you can think of that almost as a herd of buffalo running through the prairie. So if you forget the name of this plant, just look for those copper scales on the underside. And every plant has its season. So here we are, early July, and the beautiful red berries are ripe. And they're very edible, and I think they're quite delicious. But like a lot of our wild berries, it just requires a bit of getting used to new flavors. And in the case of these berries, they're a little bit bitter, but it's well worth the effort because they're rich in vitamin C and antioxidants. All colored berries are. And they're a great way to collect with our local landscape. And I really recommend going out and trying to taste a few, and you'll find that as you expose yourself day after day, month after month to these new flavors and new foods that are so much more potent than plants we buy from the store or fruits we get from the grocery store, because the soil is depleted from those plants. Wild plants come from grow in very healthy soil. They're connected via mycorrhiza and fungus to all the other plants in the ecosystem, and so they support each other and work in community to make a much healthier and hardier plants. So I'm just going to taste a few berries here. If you believe me, it's totally edible.
All right, I'm going to have a little taste as well here.
I love it. And bitterness is so good for us.
Mm-hmm.
People forget, it's one of those forgotten things, how important bitterness is. It's good for digestion, but now they're finding, research is showing bitter receptors in the lungs and in the sinuses. So a lot of the chronic health problems like allergies, for example, or chronic lung respiratory conditions can be affected by eating bitters as well. So it's very exciting.
There's that term, bitter medicine, right?
Yeah, exactly. So, and I think a bitter can help indicate sometimes that there's a medicinal property to be had. So.
Yeah, and bitter can indicate poison as well. So
Yes, definitely. So it's in certain plants that indicates alkaloids or potentially compounds that can interact with our nervous system in a poisonous way. And so it's really important, again, to have, that's where having someone show you what the plants look like and having your own mouth, which is itself an incredible chemistry lab, taste and be able to differentiate and tell the difference between different types of bitters and different types of flavors. So it's very much experiential. So.
Cool, right on. Well, thanks for sharing, and we hope that you get out and you become to explore the buffalo berry. Try its flavor, experience that bitter taste that Latifa is talking about. All right, enjoy buffalo berry.